I thought the guys played really hard. We didn't have many lapses of effort. Um, I thought we took care of the ball. We had a couple crucial turnovers late, but as you look at the final box score, we have 7 turnovers, 40-minute game against Kansas. That's good. I thought the guys, I thought they competed. They were dialed in. We didn't get too high or too low throughout the game. We were right there. We gave ourselves a chance. I'm proud of our guys.
What do you think you guys need to do in Kansas City to feel safe when you're sitting and watching the selection show next Sunday?
I respect that question, but I've never been wired like that. I mean, I've been around here for a while now. You guys understand that I just go one day at a time. So what we'll try to do is win the rest of the day in terms of preparation, learning from this, and making sure the guys hydrate and sleep and stay positive and get some sleep tonight. And then we'll get up tomorrow and we'll try to win tomorrow. So it's just the way I've always done it. I know it's not the sexiest of answers for you guys, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I don't ever look any more than one day ahead.
Coach outscored 38-16 in the paint, and really only 12 of those came from Azubuike. I guess just what did you see from the driving guards of Kansas and the way that they were able to kind of put the ball on the court and drive inside the lane and be able to execute?
Yeah, so the game within the game today, this is who Kansas is. They're a paint team. They get the ball to the paint. They throw it to Doak. He's already in the paint. Or they dribble it to the paint, and that's Garrett and Dotson. We knew this. We had a game plan. We had some success, believe it or not, throughout the game doing some things, but certainly at the end of the game, you look at the points in the paint, it kind of sticks out at you, but that's Kansas. The difference in the game today, I thought, was two things. Their offensive rebounds. That's not a big part of their identity. But what do championships teams do? They find a way to win. And so on a night where Texas Tech was playing some pretty good defense and taking some things away from them, they went and got second chance baskets. And it wasn't just Doak. I mean, it was guys on their team that haven't had offensive rebound games before, and they got multiple offensive rebounds. So we knew it during the game. We tried to adjust. We understood what was going on, but give Kansas credit. We just didn't get it done. But I thought from their point of view, they won the game on the offensive glass. On the other side of the ball, I don't believe shooting wins or loses games, but I believe you got to make a certain percentage to win certain games. And today was a game where I thought we needed to make around 38% of our threes to win, and we just didn't. We got some good looks by our best shooters. I think if we make 35% of our threes today, we win. We just didn't get that done. That was the game plan. We practiced it. We talked about it. We empowered our guys with confidence to shoot open shots, and we just didn't make them today. Give Kansas credit.
Chris, you mentioned after the game in Waco that there might have been a silver lining lesson or two. Did you see any of those today for your team?
Yeah, I see that every time we're playing these freshmen. You guys want to make the story the close games. I want to make the story that we're playing 5, sometimes 6 freshmen. Did Kansas play a freshman today? I think Braun. See, y'all don't even know. So I'm proud of our young guys. I defend these guys. We're out there with sometimes 3, 4 of them on the floor together, and they're playing really hard. Our seniors are being great leaders. And how about Morrow today? Can you play with more courage? I mean, if I'm running the paper, Carlos, I've got a picture of Moretti on the paper tomorrow. Not Self or Dotson, but that's just me. I've got Morrow who's playing, kind of injured right now. It's not an excuse. It's reality. A guy is a warrior. Moretti's a warrior. And so I'm proud of our guys, man. I think the story is that we're getting better. Scoreboard doesn't always say it. That's life. I worked for many years, and my checking account balance didn't tell me I was getting any better. But you keep working, and eventually those things work out. So I'm confident with this, guys. I think we're going to be a factor in Kansas City. I think we're good enough to win the tournament, and that'll be our objective.
What do Clark and Holy mean to you?
I love seniors. You guys know this. I'm almost to a fault. You go in my office, and the only pictures I have are the seniors. It's everything to me. And that's why when I get in these like one and dones with Z and 2 and out with Culver, it was almost a little out of my comfort zone, But I love the senior, and even when I only have a chance to coach guys 1 year, it's still a journey, man. It's a journey. I remember being in Virginia talking to Chris, and I remember sitting at a Tech baseball game talking to Holy, and those guys could have gone anywhere in the country to play. You guys understand this? That they could have been in that locker room today, both of them. but they chose to come here for all the right reasons. And look, all three of us wish we could win a game like today and maybe a couple more games along the way. But these guys have been great ambassadors for our program. And it's March, and this is when it gets cranked up. And I'm pretty good at what I do in March. And, I'll predict we're going to have some success in March.
It was a very special moment. Whenever my family can come down to watch a game, it's always, it always means a lot to me. And I had a big group tonight for senior night. And even honoring me with the jersey and the crowd, it's why I came here to play.
And Chris, the same to you. What was the pregame, all that stuff like for you?
It was special. Just like Holyfield just said, having your family in the stands, it's just different. You play with a little more edge. But I just wanted to win the game. That really didn't matter too much to me.
And what's the key to kind of, because, you guys obviously practice for those situations, but what's the key to get over that hump in those tight games? Because you guys have played so many of them in your career. What's the key for this group to do that?
Get over what hump?
Just winning late games, close late games.
Just keep preparing. Coach does a great job preparing. We just got to execute.
TJ, I guess that three in the corner, did you guys feel like you had momentum at that point? I guess what was that like just for you guys? Just you were kind of battling your way back into that game.
Every point was important. The three was momentum. Every time we made a basket, I thought it was momentum. We just had to go down and get a stop, and that's what we always try to focus on after a point.
I guess for you, just to kind of see the guys just kind of battle all the way through, I guess what does that kind of show you about this team and just kind of what you have kind of going forward now?
We, like Coach said, we obviously want to win. We don't walk on the court expecting to lose. We have the fight in us. We just have to, win each 4 minutes at a time, cut back on a couple mistakes here and there, and we'll get to where we want to be.
Chris, from your perspective, I guess, with this team, I guess what have you seen from them after this regular season, and what are you kind of expecting now that the postseason is about to begin for y'all?
I think we're going to do very well just because of all the late games we have been in, even though we haven't succeeded like we wanted to. But I think our freshmen aren't freshmen anymore, and I think we'll be ready.
TJ have a little bit more experience with some of these type of close games. I guess I know John kind of asked it, but I guess for you, when did the light bulb kind of turn on for you when you kind of felt like a team could figure things out later on in those type of close situations?
That's a good question. Sometime in November in practice. Don't really have a clear-cut answer for that.
I guess, TJ, last one for me, same question I asked Chris. I guess, have you seen a moment where you feel like these guys kind of either know that there's a point or a light bulb that's going to turn on at some point in terms of those late game situations?
It's all of us as a team, so you can't just say it's the young guys. It's, we're all a part of it. We lost a lot of close games this season. The light bulb's going to click, right now. We live for close games. We don't live for close games. We live for games, atmospheric games like this. So we're excited for another opportunity like this.
For either Chris or TJ, how tough is it to go against a guy like Azubuike, and what's sort of your mindset going into that matchup?
Azubuike's a great player. He's not like any big I've played, and I love it. I love playing him and Luka Garza. It's like bigs like that I like to play against. And it's a team effort. You can't guard the guy one-on-one. And we had a game plan. And like I said, it was really fun to play against him, and he's a great player.